Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, Hexes and Horrors. My name is Ashley, and today I'm going to be talking about all of my favorite Salem shops. I know a lot of you have been to Salem and you probably really like a lot of the same shops that I like, but for people who haven't been there or haven't been there super recently, some of these you might not know about or you might not have gotten a chance to visit yet because they're newer shops. Or maybe you're just different from me and your list of favorite shops is completely different than mine. And if that's the case, I'd be curious to see what your favorite shops are in Salem. So let's get into some of my personal favorites when visiting the Witch City. These are shops that I love going into even if I don't purchase anything, and I probably pop into all of them every time that I visit Salem. I love checking out what new inventory they have, seeing what's going on, saying hello, and just popping in. So I'm going to give you a quick list first, and then we're going to get into each individual shop. So some of my favorite shops in Salem are Coven Dark Boutique, Nocturne, Die With Your Boots On, Black Craft Salem, Jolie Tea Co., Ascend, Emporium 32, The Village Silversmith, and the Black Veil Shop of Dreer and Wonder. So let's start with the first one I mentioned, Coven Dark Boutique. Now the shop used to be called just Coven, but I think people were getting them confused with a lot of other shops and businesses that have Coven in the name. So now they are Coven Dark Boutique. This shop is located in the Pickering Wharf. It is a newer shop, but it's not super new. They've been there for a few years, and they sell a variety of things: clothing, makeup, handbags, accessories, robes. I've gotten a bunch of things from Coven Dark Boutique that I absolutely love. One was a gorgeous black lace velvet robe that came with a little like undershirt. And I wore that getting ready on my wedding day. I wore it while I was getting my makeup and hair done. It was so beautiful. I still have it and wear it, when I take a shower and whatnot. But it served a very special purpose for me, which was getting ready for my wedding day. I've gotten a couple different wide-brimmed hats there. I think a black and a maroon one. I have a black purse from there that I absolutely love. I got a gorgeous green velvet long-sleeved dress there. It has a little like mock turtleneck. So cute. I have a choker from there. The shop is black and purple. Purple's one of my favorite colors. It's always super spooky and cute in there. They have a little setup if you want to take a photo in the back where the couch is and the neon sign. And it's also run by some of the sweetest people in Salem. Okay, my next favorite is Nocturne. Nocturne is a fairly new shop in Salem, but probably one of the most incredibly curated spaces. The owner, Kim, did an amazing job of designing the inside of that shop. Walking through Nocturne is an experience in itself. There's a lot of very unique items, candles, housewares, jewelry. They have the most gorgeous coffin rings in every imaginable type of gemstone. One of my favorite things I got in Nocturne is a dried flower inside a glass bottle. It's downstairs in my living room, but it's beautiful. A friend of mine got me a notebook from there to kind of jot down some lists and things that I love. And of course, the owner is super sweet. Die With Your Boots On is next, and an honorable mention for the ossuary. So Die With Your Boots On used to be located in the Pickering Wharf, a very short walk from Coven Dark Boutique. They have since moved their location into the Witch City Mall, and they are facing the big parking lot behind the mall. So they're on the back side of the mall. Die With Your Boots On, I guess I would describe it, I don't know if I would describe it as a goth store, but they definitely have goth clothing, shoes, but they have a lot of other things too. They do have a great selection of shoes. They carry Strange Cult, they carry Tuck shoes, I think they carry Demonias. They carry a ton of stuff from the brand Unique Vintage. I've bought countless items from there. I don't even know what I have from that shop. I was given a gift card for Christmas one year by my father-in-law. That was like 2 years ago, and I still have money on that gift card. So I think I need to use the rest of it, but I have bought a good amount of things from there with the gift card and without it. This shirt is from Die With Your Boots On. My favorite piece that I got there is an orange long-sleeved collared. Let me just show you, hold on. Okay, so this is my favorite item that I've gotten at Die With Your Boots On. artscow.com is, I guess, who made the top, but it is like a Salem specific shirt. So it's long sleeved, button up, little black collar. It has black on the sleeves as well. And they're all just different iconic buildings in Salem and iconic things. So it's got the Witch House, the John Ward House, Rope's Mansion, Black Phillip, the Salem Witch Museum, some different cemeteries, lighthouse. It's got a ton of stuff on there. So I love it. I don't know who designed this, but whoever did, it's amazing. They also had it in a dress version, maybe a couple other articles of clothing that they created the year that they made this, with the same design on it. So this is my favorite piece from there. Very cute. And this is the robe. This is the back side of it. So this is all sheer. Whatever's not velvet is sheer. Maybe you could see that better. Not really. I guess I need light behind it. Well, you can kind of see. There we go. Okay. And then there's a piece that goes with it that covers you up, that you wear under it. I don't know where that, oh, it fell on the floor. But this is that robe from Coven Dark Boutique. Super cute, still use it, served a great purpose. I'm not going to show every single item that I talk about because this is not a haul, but I just wanted to show those two because they were easy to access. Okay, so honorable mention for the ossuary. The ossuary is in the old location of Die With Your Boots On. That is also a very curated experience in the ossuary. It's nothing like Die With Your Boots On. Die With Your Boots On, just talking theme-wise, their colors are neon pink, black, white. The ossuary, everything's green and black, like a turquoise and black. Maybe it's more of an aqua color. Teal? Teal is a better word, like teal and black. It is beautiful inside the store. Again, absolutely amazing design. Whoever puts these stores together, I need them to interior design my home. Kim. And they have a lot of really unique items that are made by Salem designers and Salem artists. So you'll find dresses in there that you won't really find in a lot of other places. So if you want something really beautiful and unique, check out the ossuary. They had one of the most gorgeous dresses I've ever seen in there. It was black. I can't even remember what it looks like, and it's going to kill me. But I had said that if I ever went to the Vampire Ball again, the Endless Night Salem Vampire Ball, I would wear that dress. It was lacy, sheer, beautiful, stunning black, and probably no one else would have on anything like it. So the ossuary has some really unique clothing. A lot of beautiful, like I said, dresses, corsets, skirts. All right, Blackcraft Salem is next. I debated for a moment putting Blackcraft on this list just because they're a huge corporation, they're not a small business, but I think they deserve a spot. They do have really cute stuff, just like a lot of the other stores on this list. Even if you don't buy anything in Blackcraft, it is fun to just walk around the store and take a gander at everything. Every store is an experience when you walk in, and Blackcraft is no different. They're probably most known for the gigantic witch hanging from the ceiling that is lit up in red or purple depending on the time of the year. And thanks to a good friend of mine, Robin, Spooky After School is her handle. She runs the Spooky in Salem Facebook group, and if you're not a part of that group on Facebook, go ahead and join that because they've got all the great details and travel info for Salem. But thanks to her, last summer, I believe it was, we were able to get a sneak peek inside of the Blackcraft store before it had opened to the public. It was really amazing to learn how they did everything they did in there. So that witch hanging from the ceiling, for example, is made of styrofoam, which I would never imagine. But it makes so much sense because you're not going to hang a gigantic stone statue from the ceiling. So it's made entirely of styrofoam, and it was carved by an artist who carved the entire thing, shaped it all out, and I guess painted it after. Then if you look carefully throughout the store on the half walls that are separating the different sections, so they come up maybe like 3 feet or so, there's this black detail. It's a black paint basically that's dripping down. All those drips that you see in the store were hand painted by another artist. So a lot of very careful attention to detail went into designing that shop, and it definitely shows. When you walk in, if you look up at the ceiling sort of directly across you, like at the far end of the store, you'll see a giant clock that is gold. And it's pretty much one of the only things in the store that was not painted black. And they were told they couldn't paint it black because it is real gold. So this used to be a bank. I forgot to mention that. The shop is now a black craft shop, but it was formerly a bank. So you have the gold clock, and then you have all these different vaults that are sometimes open when you go inside the shop. And it's really cool just to see the vaults and kind of, you know, how they turned this former bank into a retail store. So it's just really cool to go in there and look around, look at all the intricate molding on the ceiling and the walls. See how they designed everything, see the open vaults. Just, again, another experience, whether you buy something or not. They are currently turning one of the back rooms into a little coffee shop, which is really fun. So I'm definitely going to pop in next time I'm there and check out the coffee shop if it's open. Okay, my next favorite is Jolie Tea Co. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but these are in no particular order. I wouldn't even try to rank them because I love them all and they're all such different shops. But Jolie Tea Co. is next. If you know anything about me, you know that I love tea and I don't drink coffee. Jolie Tea Co. is probably my favorite tea shop anywhere, and they just happen to be in Salem. So obviously they don't sell clothes and accessories. It's not that type of shop. They sell loose leaf tea. You can get a cup of tea. You can get macarons. They sell some other pastries. They also hold a high tea that you have to make reservations for. My husband and I reserved high tea on Halloween in 2021, and it was really fun. They give you some little tea sandwiches and crumpets and things. It was really cute. They have, I think, 100 or even more types of loose leaf tea to choose from. So I always stock up on tea when I go there. And like I said, if you just want a cup of tea, you can just go in and grab one. You don't have to buy it loose tea. My favorite is Witch's Brew, which they have year-round, but I imagine it's most popular in October. While I'm talking about tea, another honorable mention for Deal Marcus & Co. They are another shop in Salem that sells a lot of antique and vintage goods, but they also sell loose leaf tea, and they have a kettle corn tea. Hear me out. It is delicious. I love kettle corn. I know it's supposed to taste like kettle corn, but it tastes exactly like kettle corn. This tastes like you're putting kettle corn in your mouth. So if you like tea or you want to taste autumn in your mouth, then you have to get the kettle corn tea from Deal Marcus & Co. All right, next up we have Ascend. Okay, so Ascend is a fairly newer shop. I think they just had their 2-year anniversary, I want to say. They're a newer shop right on Essex Street. I feel like a lot of you probably already know about Ascend from Instagram. I have a few different pieces of jewelry from Ascend, and they just happen to be some of my favorites. So one of them is a double necklace that I got there recently, and I wear it all the time. I take it off when I shower, or if I'm not going out of the house. I don't tend to wear jewelry, so I don't have it on right now, especially because this shirt you don't really wear a necklace with. But it's one of those double necklaces where one is shorter, the other's longer. You're supposed to wear them together. It has a little stone on one, and then a crescent moon, and some more little stones on the other one. It is so pretty, and like I said, I wear it everywhere. I don't really wear any other necklaces since I bought that one. And I got a really cute ring there that has like a rough stone in the middle. I was looking for something just like it, so I got pretty much exactly what I wanted. Gorgeous stuff in there. They have jewelry, crystals, so much to choose from, and they're so knowledgeable about the stones and their different uses. They also do aura photography, readings, so there are a ton of different things offered at Ascend. Definitely recommend checking it out when you're on Essex Street. Next up is Emporium 32. Emporium 32 is like hiding in a time machine and going back to the 1920s. They have a lot of vintage items in there, flasks, derby hats. I love going in there because I love different eras of fashion, like the 50s, the 70s, the 20s. So it's really cool to see items that you can buy and wear today that are reminiscent of an era. All right, next up, Modern Millie Vintage. Modern Millie Vintage is a dream if you are into like 50s sock hop style, but with modern prints and patterns. Pencil skirts, poodle skirts, but with the cover of the Jaws movie on it, or cats or jack-o'-lanterns. They carry a lot of brands that have the same type of clothing as well, like Unique Vintage, for example. You know, little button-up sweaters, but you can get really cool and funky patterns and prints, like I said. I'm just gonna show two things that I have from Modern Millie. This one is, so obviously it's a like overall skirt situation. This is by Hell Bunny, that's the brand. But you can see there's Ouija planchettes, the female symbol, stars and moons. So this is cute, and the skirt is like a wide, like, I don't know, skater skirt style, I guess. So that is from Modern Millie. I also got this there, which is so cute. I wear this in October. It has like little cinched sleeves and spiderwebs, jack-o'-lanterns, kinds of spooky things on it, black collar. This is also by Hell Bunny, so that's a brand they carry there, as well as the Unique Vintage brand. So yeah, if you like kind of 50s style kitsch, Modern Millie is a great place to check out. My next one is Village Silversmith. This is also on Essex Street and is another crystal shop, but I think it's very different from Ascend. The Village Silversmith has been there for a pretty long time, and they have every type of crystal you can imagine. I get overwhelmed when I go in there sometimes because there's so much to look at. There's tons of jewelry cases on both sides of the store. They have loose crystals in the center. Then in the back, they have kind of some like giant and larger geodes on stands, things that you would display in your home. They have a great variety if you love crystals, but you're not really sure what exactly you want. They have a ton of different options in there. All right, we have reached the end of my list, and last but certainly not least is the Black Veil Shop of Dreer and Wonder. Yes, that is the full title of the store, but most people just call it the Black Veil. If you've already been to the Black Veil, then I don't need to tell you a damn thing about it because you already know how stunning it is inside that shop. I can't even imagine how much time and work went into creating that retail space. It is so carefully designed and put together. I think Gothic Victorian is how I would describe it, and it's actually a tattoo shop, but they sell a lot of retail items, so when you walk in, it looks like it's just a retail store. But in the back is where they do their tattoos. So this is actually their place of business where they run their tattoo shop out of. This is the same shop that puts on the Salem Night Fair every October. They do 2 weekends in October, usually towards the end of the month. And the night fair is in Pioneer Village. They have a ton of great vendors come. There's storytelling, different visual things going on. It's really, really fun. So if you're in Salem on a weekend towards the end of October, definitely check out the Salem Night Fair. Now, the Black Veil Shop is not within walking distance from downtown, or I mean, technically anything is walking distance, but I would not walk there. So it's more of a place that you would typically drive to. If you're driving to Salem, then I would say stop at Black Veil either on the way in or on the way out of Salem because it's sort of on the exterior of that downtown area. If you didn't drive, then take an Uber one day and go pop over and check it out. Those are all the shops I'm going to mention because those are the ones that I tend to check out almost every time that I'm in Salem. There are tons of other great shops and so many different things to check out. And again, everyone's personal preferences are different, so you might like a totally different list of shops than the ones that I listed here, but these are my favorites and I'm curious to know what your favorites are, so let me know in the comments. When you go to Salem or when you plan to go to Salem eventually, what shops are at the top of your list to check out? I hope this video gave you some kind of knowledge on the shops that are in Salem, or maybe enticed you to visit one that you hadn't heard of. And like I said, let me know what your favorites are. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this one. I'll see you guys next time. Stay spooky.